2, check. You're watching G5 Mobile. I got my man Church. It's Jace Cosmic. What's going on, my man?
Man, I'm here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, man, we're lovely gonna have you, yo. But, yo, catching up with you, because I know you're busy. You guys don't know, but this dude has been like, Toronto, what'd you win, the freestyle thing for Rap City?
Yeah, I'm actually a 5-time champion on Much Music Rap City, so that's where everything started, you know, like.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope. So with that, getting that acclaimness of being like a 5-time champion, like what's been opening up for you? Like what's been happening?
I mean, like I said, that's where I started, so everything has been opening since. I mean, it has its ups and its downs. A down is definitely that everybody thinks I'm a freestyle type rapper or a battle rapper at that, when I got so much more to offer, you know, so
cool.
I'm definitely trying to show people that I can make this original music and I actually have a message and a story that I want to get to the people and whatnot. But in terms of like Rap City, Rap City's on Much Music, which is a national channel.
Yeah.
So like after I came off the show, we had people from Calgary and Montreal and Vancouver and all these far old places, some places I haven't even been. You know,
wow.
They're sending love and they're sending family and just telling me how they thought about the battles and whatnot.
So you've been almost like inspired dudes and getting dudes off their ass to start writing or whatever, whatnot. That's dope.
That was my first like burst of real fame, you know?
Okay. And now with that being said, like being that it puts you at a level where you could be displayed nationally, right? Have you reached out to anyone, or has anyone reached out to you and said like, yo, I'm a producer, yo, I heard you spit, I'd like to get you on this beat? Have you had experienced any of that?
Well, in terms of Toronto and this beautiful city that we live in, everyone's at least reached out at least once.
Okay.
So at this point, with me and my team, what we're trying to do is just filter out who we're going to be working with going forward and who we're not going to be working with going forward, and just trying to raise our value.
I like that. I like that. You gotta raise the value. It's all about raising your value, because especially in a city where everybody does it. Everybody does something.
Saturated.
Yeah, it's almost crazy. Just a little history on this dude. I was stumbling upon G5 Canadian Urban. You can check us out on the Mixcloud, G5CU. I was stumbling upon some new music to spin at the show when we were on IndieLove.ca, and I did a YouTube thing, and you just came up. You know, and I was like, I'm always like really tripped out by, like honestly, I'm really tripped out by how much content, Canadian content is out there. And you came out of nowhere, like I had never heard of you, nothing, and the video was done right, the production was done right, that I'm coming single. You know what I mean? And I remember I met you somewhere, you were somewhere, and you knew a dude I knew, and I was like, yo, you're that Church dude. Yo, that's a dope track, man. And I was like, I gotta get you on G5. With that sound that you have, are you thinking of staying in that sound, or are you trying to like explore new facets of music, in the sense of like, you know, you got your party hip hop, you got your gangster hip hop, you got your conscious hip hop, like, are you trying to do like a mold of all of them, or are you just doing you? Like,
I mean, I got kind of lucky because I'm Coming was my first joint ever.
Okay.
Like, actually put some effort into it, and I did a couple freestyle videos off my first mixtape and whatnot. But I'm Coming got this great response, and everybody was looking at me like, this dude's from Toronto, but he doesn't sound like he's from Toronto. He's doing something completely different. So I definitely would never want to stray away from that in terms of the whole hip-hop type feel and the conscience and the substance and the lyrics and whatnot. But moving forward, I still got to show my fans, I got to show my supporters and all the people out there that I got so much more to offer. So with the next project I'm doing is 3 tapes put into one project, which we're going to drop back to back to back. And all 3 tapes have a different style to them.
Copy. Okay. Now, with that being said, man, like, your energy, peace out to Killer Bex, my partner now. You know, we watched you at the G5 when we were at Indie Love Studios. And the one thing we always said about you, your energy, you have this genuine energy about you, you know what I mean? And most of the time with this entertainment business, you know, everyone's always on some facade, like they're trying to front something. You've been a very genuine dude. I want to ask you, what's going on with you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's happening right now with you, man?
I mean, first off, with the whole energy thing, is that, like, I tell people all the time that I never necessarily wanted to be a rapper. If anything I was going to do was, I would love to be an entertainer.
Okay.
So before you can actually put me on a stage, I mean, I shouldn't say a stage like a studio or anything where I got to work. I'd rather be on the stage just entertaining the people and having the people listen to me, and me being able to get my story across and making them feel what I'm actually trying to say. And in terms of You said,
What's going on? Like, you know, like, I know there's something going on, and that's why I had to get at you. I was like, I gotta get at this dude.
you know, like a lot of people didn't know because it's not something that I would want to glorify, but within the last 3 years that I actually have been a rapper, I was on charges looking at 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on a curfew. I was flight restrictions up there, you know, so they were really trying to keep me in the city, and
Yeah.
I went to trial actually like 2 weeks ago when they pushed it back.
Okay.
You know, so I'm not necessarily too worried about the trial because I know my innocence and whatnot.
Okay.
But within this time till then, my next trial, I got my curfew dropped, I got my flight restrictions dropped, and basically right now I'm a free man. So
Okay.
if in 2 years, 3 years I could have done all that I did,
Mm-hmm.
imagine what I'm gonna do now that I'm a free dude.
Okay. Now, with that being said, because I know you do some work with some youth and whatnot, right?
Definitely.
Like, what's your advice or the example that you're pushing? Because you know that being an MC, being an artist, you're in that limelight.
Mm-hmm.
People are gonna hang off every word, hang off everything you do. What is the influence that you're trying to push now?
I mean, first thing I would say is that not everybody has to be a rapper. You can
Can we just say that again? I just want to say that
I'm
again.
gonna say it to the camera. Not everyone has to be a rapper. I mean, it's okay to be a fan of rap music. Not everyone has to actually pick up a microphone and do it. But the point that I'm trying to make is that I had to go through a lot of BS to get to where I'm at. And just getting stabbed 12 times.
Yeah.
Getting arrested and going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all this other foolishness that was just coming my way. And even though I didn't necessarily initiate it, if you put yourself in certain situations or in certain locations, it's bound to happen eventually, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm running an after school program right now in high-risk neighborhoods. I'm actually in Jungle right now in Toronto.
All right.
So I'm just working with kids from 6 to 12 years old, just trying to show them that, like, I understand everyone has to learn from their own experiences and whatnot, but you don't necessarily have to make the worst mistake of your life to learn. Because, you know, like, I wouldn't wish nobody getting stabbed 12 times. That shit hurt. You feel me? Like, I was down for a minute, and, like, they got me in my head, they got me in my face, they got me in my neck, and, like,
For real.
you feel me? Like, I'm not even trying to glorify that or whatnot, but that's what shook me up.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's what just said your life has a lot more value to it, and you gotta appreciate that, you know? So, now every day we're going hard. I'm motivated, so in my music I just try to motivate other people to know that you don't have to necessarily make the mistakes to learn how to do better.
Okay. On that note, where can people find your music and whatnot, yo?
Everywhere. At this point, I'm everywhere. I mean, Church Chizzle's my name in case we haven't been formally introduced. If you're on YouTube, type in Church Chizzle, you'll find me. If you're on Twitter, type in Church Chizzle, you'll find me. I actually got a check mark now, so shout out Twitter. And like everywhere. Add me on Facebook. I'm reaching out. So all the fans, all the supporters that want to talk, ask me any questions, hit me up, and I'm definitely gonna get back to you.
Okay, that's
Church
word.
Chizzle.
That's word, man. Yo, thanks for letting us be with you, man.
Yo, thank you for having me.
Yo, soon we're gonna have you on the big ticket. Look out for the big ticket, March 8th, Friday, going down inside the Velvet Underground. We're definitely working on getting you in that lineup. We just got
Let's make
the
it work.
lines
Let's
up
make it
crazy.
work.
But yo, look out for the kid, man. It's G5 Mobile. Stay tuned. We're gonna get at you.
Your music on your show is G5.